October 4th, 1957. The Soviet Union made news around the world with its successful launch of Sputnik, the world's first satellite. Only a month later, they did it again with the launch of Sputnik 2, and the space age had begun.
Two things are astonishing about Sputnik II. Its weight, more than half a ton, and its live passenger, a dog. Our artist shows how this flying dog kennel is probably arranged. Radio, food and oxygen supplies, and Laika, the most famous husky in the world, or strictly speaking, out of it. Without knowing it, Laika is telling man whether, in the years to come, it will be safe for him to follow her. Meanwhile, he watches her progress with envious eyes, wondering to what adventures this little pioneer is blazing the trail.
Russia ultimately launched 10 Sputnik satellites to collect data in space. Using a variety of animals, scientists tested life support systems and re-entry procedures. These missions left little doubt that the Soviets were shooting for the moon. A short film they produced clearly demonstrated their intentions.
The rocket races forward along an orbit that has been calculated in advance. A command from the Earth, and it launches out another orbit.
Pathé News originally presented this animated film exactly as received from Moscow. Distributed in English, the film demonstrated to Western audiences how serious the Russians were about going to the moon.
Now it's already in the zone of the moon's gravity. A radio signal from the Earth, and the rocket turns its tail towards the moon. The engine now slows up the speed of descent. A laboratory on tank threads cruises along the surface of the moon. It shoots up an antenna. And a television transmitter goes into operation.
Propaganda? Wishful thinking? Sober prophecy? We'll have to wait and see.
But the United States didn't have a wait-and-see attitude on that matter. The space race was on, and the U.S. was behind.
At Cape Canaveral, Florida, a Vanguard rocket is ready to launch America's first Sputnik into space. But rockets are unpredictable things, and our slow-motion camera records how an undetected fault in the first stage of the rocket turned the launching into calamity. Not fatal, but disappointing. At first, the American public are dismayed at the accident, but they soon realize that the setback is only temporary. And after all, who knows how many failures the Russians had before their Sputniks were launched.
On February 1st, 1958, the United States successfully launched Explorer 1, America's first satellite to orbit the Earth. The space race was on, sparked by the groundbreaking Soviet launch of Sputnik on October 4th, 1957.